Hello everybody, it's King back here with another video. Today guys, we are doing another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. Today guys, we are going to be doing a guide on Grey Demon Hell Mode. So, first of all, quick disclaimer like I usually do, I'm going to be going over the characters that not everybody has first. And then, this video is actually formatted a little differently than my past two guides. The reason being, there are really only, in my opinion, two teams that you can bring into this Grey Demon fight. So that's the two teams I'm going to be going over. So it's a little more, how do I say, it's formatted a little differently than how I usually do. Because what I usually do is I go over the characters that not everybody has. And then I go over every character and then I give my recommended team. But this one is going to be a little different. This one we're going to be going over the character that not everybody has in Valenti. And then we're going to be going over the two teams that are viable for this. We're going to be going over the 4th slot units, and then I will be giving you my opinion on what team is just better overall. So now let's start the guide and talk about Valenti. Valenti is a good character, okay? Valenti is a good character for this boss, but not everybody has her. She is a unique character, which means she's, sorry, not a unique, original. She's an original character, meaning that only people who summon on original banners will have her. I don't have her. I have both Lilias, but I don't have her. So, this is the problem, right? She's good for this fight, but not everybody has her. So let's just go over her really quickly. She decreases defense-related stats, and then she Genesis, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure this second law of motion doesn't actually hit. Oh wait, no, sorry, it does, my bad. I'm being stupid. No, it does hit. Yeah, no, this hits, I'm sorry. Genesis decreases attack-related stats, so she has a defense-related stats decrease and an attack-related stats decrease. Her passive doesn't work on this boss, and the reason she's so good, like, you can basically ignore both her skills. The reason she's good is because of her ult, because her ult applies Rupture, meaning that it does double damage against buffed enemies, and if you don't know, the Grey Demon, that shield that he activates counts as a buff. So if she ults, she'll be doing some major damage. But that's really about the extent of it. You just want to rush ult with her. So that's Valenti. We're going to skip her. Like I said, that was just a really quick guide. So the first team that I would recommend is Green Bond, Green Escanor, and Green Monspeet. I know what you're thinking. What is this team? What are you doing? Like, I don't like, because this is a team I haven't seen anybody talk about, but I think it might actually be very, very nice, and I'm gonna explain why, right? Okay, so Green Bond, his drain is a ranged attack, meaning he can hit the Grey Demon, but he won't be doing damage, okay? Green Bond is not gonna do any damage, okay? His extort life, if he's at the start of the next turn, the hero doesn't take damage. So if he's not hit, he takes 10% of their HP. He just decreases it, right? That's it. They don't have 10% of their max HP anymore. The reason you're using this character is for the snatch. He can take 20% of the target's attack and defense and take it for himself. And basically, like I said, he's not going to be doing damage. So really all this means is that yours is basically decreasing 20% attack and defense from the boss. And then he can extort 50% on his ult, but like I said, it's not really all that useful. The only reason you're using this character is for the snatch. And then Escanor. Green Escanor is an amazing character, but he's not all that good for this fight. The reason for that is because his Elegant Blow can't hit the can't hit the boss. His Cruel Sun can hit the boss. Though his passive doesn't really apply here, so it won't matter, because as far as I know, at least as far as I remember, the Grey Demon doesn't actually apply debuffs, so his passive won't matter, basically. His ult is good. If you can rush his ult, it'll do massive damage to the boss, just because Escanor's ult does so much damage on its own. It doesn't have any, like, Rupture or anything like Valenti. It just does insane damage. Now, well, this character, you're going to be trying to rush, this character, you're either going to be doing one of two things. Trying to rush ult with, or just using as many Cruel Suns as possible. And I will explain why. So, the next character, Monspeet, both of his attacks hit. both of his attacks can hit the Grey Demon, okay? And the reason this is so insane, his Demonic Hellfire Maze, his passive, right, increases damage dealt by 100% if attacking Ignite enemies. Basically what this means is, if the Grey Demon has an Ignite, all of his attacks will be doing double damage. Not to mention the weak point, which will make it do 3 times damage. So basically, 120, right? This is the amount of damage he'll do on his silver card. If Escanor uses a Cruel Sun, it'll have an Ignite on it. Meaning that this attack, this rank 1 attack, will do 240. And then it'll apply weak point. Meaning that that's 240 times 3. And that's the amount of damage Monspeet will do on its rank 1 card. Let that sink in. That is how OP it is. That is how OP this strategy is. It's insane. You can basically Ignite stack with Escanor, and then basically just start wombo comboing the boss with Monspeet. Because he's very OP, and Monspeet can also decrease the, what's it called? He can decrease the boss's ult gauge, which is very useful. Because, again, if the boss can't ult, he's basically not going to be doing any damage to you. His ult also applies to Ignites, which is really useful. So, yeah, this team right here is very useful right here, as you can tell. Now, the next team is the more standard team. This is the team I've seen everybody talk about. This Bon, Escanor, Monspeet team is a team that I actually think will work, but I've never seen anybody talk about it, which is why I wanted to bring it up. This team not only might not work, it actually might be insane. This team might just be the best team, but nobody's used it. So I wanted to get it out here first, because if people start using this team, I was the first person to talk about it. Now, the next team is a team everybody's used. Green King. Green King is basically like, when you think Grey Demon, you think Green King, because Green King is basically the only character who can really deal with Grey Demon. Both of his attacks hit, which is the reason he's good for this fight. Also, his critical chance is boosted by his ult move bar. Basically, for each ultimate gauge he has, he'll get 10% more critical chance. So at a full ult bar, he'll have 50% more critical chance. His base critical chances is 30 anyway, so it'll be 70 when he has a full ult move bar, and that's actually really nice. But his spike also does 2 times critical damage, meaning this attack does so much damage. It is insane. I've seen a rank 3 for this crit for 178,000 damage. Which is insane, bro. Like, oh my god, yo. My guildmate uses this, and it's insane the amount of damage he puts out. His ult is good, and it's ignores resistance. It's not really gonna do all that much, though, in all honesty. His ult is okay for this, but it's not all too good. Now, the next character you want to have with Green King, Green Helbram. I know, right? Green Helbram. Doesn't everybody think that character is trash? Yes. Even me, this character is trash, except for this fight. The reason being, throwing edge will hit, but it won't do any damage. In all honesty, it'll just poison, which is 50% of damage dealt at the end of every turn. It's not really all that good, in all honesty. Fairy Wind. Fairy Wind is the reason you need this character on this team. It increases attack-related stats, meaning it'll boost Green King's crit chance and crit damage, along with his attack rate and pierce rate. Pierce rate doesn't matter all that much in this fight, but the other 3 stats that are being boosted are insane. Like, genuinely insane. You can ignore his passive, and you can ignore his ult. Oh god, this Fairy Wind boost will basically have your Green King start obliterating this boss. It's insane. Then, these are the 2 characters, the 2 main characters on this team, in all honesty. The other 2 characters you have on this team are going to be support characters. You have Green King as your main DPS, Helbram as your main support, and then you can put anybody else on this team. You have 2 supports. The support I would recommend is Green Merlin, because she fills up your ult gauge at 1 anyway. Her Field Explosion actually hits the boss, and it decreases ult move bar, the ult gauge, basically. And Perfect Cube is very good for keeping you alive a little longer. So my two main teams are, at least for you guys, right? Green Bond, Green Escanor, Green Monspeet. I genuinely think this team is going to start obliterating. I think this team's kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie. This team seems kind of insane. I haven't been able to test this team on global because I don't have Green Monspeet yet. He's not in the coin shop. Yeah, I'm waiting for him though. Like, bro, the moment he drops, I'm getting this man. he's really good. And Monspeet and Derriere are my two favorite commandments. So, yeah, I mean, come on now. I'm obviously gonna get Monspeet. I'm just waiting until after Lost Fame comes out to make sure I have enough plat coins. But yeah, like, I'm definitely getting myself a Monspeet, and then I'm gonna start using this team because it seems amazing. And then the second team is Green King, Green Helbram, Green Merlin. This team seems so great, bro. Like, genuinely, because Green King and Green Helbram, I've never even seen Green Helbram. Okay, my guildmate. Let me show you what my guildmate uses. Right, my guildmate uses this dude right here. My guildmate uses this dude. Okay, so once it loads up, you can see. But basically, he uses Green Guild Thunder. Which, see, right there, this is the character my guildmate uses, and it only boosts pure attack. As you can tell, Helbram's boost is actually better because it boosts all attack related. And then the other three one second, everybody, I'll be right back. I'm back, everybody, and in all honesty, I have no idea what I was talking about, so I'm just gonna go over it one more time. Green King, Green Helbram is really good combo, and as I was saying beforehand, Green Helbram is just better in Green Guild Thunder because of this boost right here. Now, the three fourth slot units that you can use are Cain, because of his passive, 10% extra damage in deathmatch. Rune, 20% decreased damage taken. And Alioni, increases HP attribute allies, attack-related stat by 10%, okay? Now, in all honesty, who I recommend getting, okay, you want... for first team, you want Green Bond, Green Escanor, Green Monspeet, and in my opinion, you should get Cain. And the reason you should get Cain is because he has ignites on his cards. And I'm also sure, I'm like 70% sure these ignite stacks hit the Grey Demon. So he's better than Alioni, basically. The first rank won't hit. Like, this first card, it's ignite stacks, they're not gonna hit the Grey Demon. But, this card will. You don't really want to use them anyway, but just in case, like, one of your characters die, at least you can apply some ignite stacks. So, that's what my first team is. And this will be in the description, by the way. So, if you want to check out the two recommended teams, they'll be in the description. So, Green Bond, Green Escanor, Green Monspeet, and Green Cain. Then the next characters, right, the next team, Green King, Green Helbram, Green Merlin, and then, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I would take an Alioni. I would genuinely take an Alioni, because in case one of your characters dies, preferably Merlin. If Merlin dies, you have the ability to use his taunt here, which should allow your Green King and Green Helbram to live for just a little bit longer. And that little bit longer of a chance will actually allow you to deal a whole lot more damage. Other than that, guys, that's basically all for today's video. I know it's actually shorter than the other two guides, but that's because Grey Demon is just much easier than the other two demons. So, like I said, that's all. If you guys do have any questions, though, please drop them in the comments below, and I will, respond to them and see them and all that. And if you guys do want to see more guides and more 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross episodes and videos and stuff, please hit the subscribe button so you're notified when I upload more. Also, hit the like button if you enjoyed this guide or found it helpful at all. Other than that, I'm peacing out, everybody. See you all later. Bye, guys.